Hey, what is up guys? It is me, JP Gamer here from JP Game Guide, and I'm here to spit absolute facts about the best anime of all time. All of your opinions are wrong. Trash. Throw them to the side, they don't matter or even apply to this video because we're going to be talking about the 7 Deadly Sins. Best anime that I have ever watched, despite all those visual errors you see. Those don't exist though. You're thinking of something else. You're thinking of every other anime ever. No, not 7 Deadly Sins. They have the best animation possible, eye-popping visuals, big booby girls, big asses. It's honestly a good show for those reasons alone. Like, come on. No, 7 Deadly Sins in all of its honestly is a pretty mid-tier show. Who's ringing? Anyway, it's a good show, but honestly kind of a mid show. And when I say mid, I'm not talking about that stupid definition of it, meaning it's bad, meaning it's mediocre. Quite average, if you would say. The first season starts out pretty cool. And what I like about the whole show in general is that you get to watch everyone level up more powerful. Like you think, oh my goodness, 3,000 power points? This man's insane. I can't believe it. And then all of a sudden he's like, no. Here comes ripped Escanor with his massive milkers coming at you with 30,000 hit points or whatever the hell they measure in that show. Anyway, it's amazing. Wonderful. It's what power levels should be in anything. It's awesome. So after the first season or whatever, we really get to know these characters. A couple of them, you don't get to see them all in a group until like the movie, or at least the end of the second season or third season, sometime after that. Anyway, once that's all done, they end up getting into this huge argument fight. They go off in their separate ways, and you get to see some of them sacrifice for the greater good, but it sucks for one reason. There's always a bigger bad guy, man. Every time in anime I find this, even in Fairy Tail, or hell, even Dragon Ball, almost every anime, every popular, there's always like another big bad guy. Like, we just fought God. We killed God. Oh, God 2? Nah, bro. And then they kill God 2. And they're like, well, you know, this can't get God 3. And then Satan. And then his butthole. Like, it keeps going up and up. It's crazy. And 7 Deadly Sins is very much like that. Like, you think, oh, okay, well, they did beat the bad guy. Oh, there's another one? And he has 7 balls of nuts in his face or something? Oh, probably do something about that. And then it just gets more crazy, and that bad guy kills the then heroes, and then the then heroes. What I'm talking about is the angels or archangel. Yeah, the archangels versus the devils, or the demons. That arc was incredible when it came to the 10 commandments versus the 4 archangels, which I always thought was such a dumb balance. Like, as the demon king, why the hell would you want to, like, give up any of your power? You could just slap around people. I'll give it to 10 people. Why? Why would you do that? I wouldn't do that. I would be a better king than him. Clearly, I would. And then the 4 archangels make sense, though. You got 4 of them. Split them off into 4. They're 4 units. Now, if you split them off into 10, each of those units just gets less and less power, so it makes no sense. So the Devil King 1v1 me. I'll give you my address. Let's settle this. Oh yeah, you're dead. Never mind. Spoiler alert for anyone that's watching. Yeah, they kill Satan himself, or I guess another spoiler, Meliodas' father, which I don't know if that's really a spoiler or anything. Yeah. Wonderful. And then let's talk about the fan service. The fan service in this show is absurd. To a degree I have not seen in shows at all. It's only hentais that I see this kind of stuff. And it's so bizarre for the main character Meliodas to switch from one to another. Like, he'll go from being happy-go-lucky dude who's just sniffing panties and stealing bras and stuff to all of a sudden a giant menace to society that needs to be stopped. It's not good. It's such a weird counterbalance. It makes sense in the context of the show. It's just weird when you try to explain it. Because I think one time in the show, he does do that, where he just goes from like this deep thing, and then he's just like, oh. It is honestly such a weird show. And then the main character, Elizabeth, that's one thing I actually liked about the show, is they didn't just cast her off to the side as the helpless damsel in distress. No. She is so important to the plot. The plot is basically Meliodas and Elizabeth. They are 2 souls that got cursed by their respected parents, which are, I guess, God and Satan. And they have to live in eternity, where Meliodas is forced to live forever. That's his curse. And then Elizabeth is forced to only live human lives. And every time she dies, she's just reincarnated reincarnated over and over again, and it's a curse until you stop it. And then the bullshit ending where they end up taking the curses out or whatever, and they're like, oh, the curse is gone. You couldn't have done that like 10,000 years ago or something? Like, and the way they do it is easy. It is really easy. They just use all their power and might and force and everything, and then boom, there it's gone. So it's pretty dumb. And then the 7 deadly sin themselves, all of them get enough of a chance to shine in their own respect. Each of them have their own sections of story plot. So each of them have sins that they're trying to reconcile. For instance, Bon ends up drinking a fountain or getting one girl killed, and that's his sin. He was greedy, and he's got the fox sin of greed, and that just haunts him for the whole life. I find it weird that all of them are kind of fixed at the end. Most of them are fixed. Not all of them, because some of them, there are emotional beats in this, which I really, really enjoy, but I'm not going to get into them. Almost all of them are just fixed over time, and I still don't understand why. Like Bond's girlfriend, that one fairy I said before, she's just fine. Her soul just came back from the grave. She's not going to tell us about how heaven or hell was, or where did she go, or who did she see, but her soul just lives in her original body, plain free. It's crazy. And they don't explain it, and it makes me mad. Everything makes me mad. The demons are pretty good. All the demons, most of them go through an arc themselves. I say most of them because I think the more low rank the demon is, the less of a plot significance they had. The higher rank ones, oh boy, they got a lot, and big, fat, juicy ones at that. It's quite good plot. But editor, pull up a picture of Derry. Good plot. I really like this plot. It's a good plot. Very nice. Who's the other girl? Oh yeah, every dude is like insanely ripped as well. My God. Escanor, greased up 50-pack. He'd be looking like me if I took my shirt off, which I haven't, so you guys can't confirm whether or not I have 50 sets of abs. But anyway, he is jacked beyond belief, and it's crazy because they do show, and another spoiler, his final form, which inevitably gets him killed, and it is crazy. He's absolutely jacked beyond belief. That scene was awesome. I encourage everyone to watch this show at least once. Who else should I talk about? Meliodas, they go through some weird brainwashing arc. Oh yeah, the movies. The movies as well. They kind of just went and really don't hold any plot significance. There's nothing that happens in them that's huge, not revealing or whatever. You could skip the movies, I think, and be completely fine. Basically, all the 7 deadly sins are finally like in a whole group. They're ready to go. They're ready to eat some ass and smoke some weed. And they go to this angel island or whatever. I don't know why, but they find a portal to heaven that leads them to angels. And one angel looks like Meliodas, except Meliodas is a demon. So it creates conflict when they eventually find out that he is a demon. But they end up fighting these guys called like the 7 Swords of Atheros or something bullshit like that. They end up killing them pretty easily. Like this whole 10 Commandments stretch been going on for like 3 seasons right now. This whole 7 anarchists of flames and butt weaving goes on for like 20 minutes maybe, and they win shockingly. And then a giant fucking turtle comes out, blasts them, and then they're like, hold on, I have friendship on my side. Boo! Gone, just like that. That's how that went. That's how the movie went. And then again, like I said, there's no plot significance. You can skip it, and then they go back to Earth and are like, wow, what a great adventure. I can't wait for the next one. Oh yeah, that's right. Our kingdom's still held hostage by 10 Commandments, or I guess, what is it, up to now, like 6 or something? They killed a bunch of them beforehand. And then the last movie. So there's 2 movies, and the last one finishes the, but again, this is a huge spoiler. They killed Meliodas' father, I guess King Satan. I don't know what his actual name is. King of the Underworld. They kill him, and then you're like, hold on, there's still the deity left, the great deity. When are they gonna kill them? So I thought there was gonna be another season, but apparently not. They've put that all in the movie. So the whole fight between Satan and the rest of the 7 deadly sins went on for 2 seasons. 2 seasons this guy was at them, and you didn't get to see the ending until the very end, and it went on for a while. It was not bad, actually. And then the great deity, you're like, okay, what's the setup for this? We get like 4 more seasons or whatever, and the great deity comes down, be like plops her nutsack on all of them and just wipes them out. And then they're left hopeless, and they're like, hold on, I have a friend. Boom, rinse and repeat. No, they find the power of brotherhood this time. What a twist. And they end up killing the great deity with the power of being brothers in 20 minutes. 20 minutes, the great deity shows up, and it is the worst CGI I have ever seen in a project before. I kid you not, man. A Blender render made by a high school dropout that's coked up on ketamine and dust. They probably do an infinitely better job than anyone that was working on this. It is the worst render ever. And when I say Seven Deadly Sins has some bad animations, I mean they're horrible. They gave them 2 pennies and a napkin to make this whole thing on. They're like, you know what? We gotta do what we gotta do. Boss, here you go. Here's a picture of Meliodas. Look at him! He's got half a stick figure. Hey, that's all Netflix is paying us. We'll just take it and leave. And that's how it kind of went. So the ending fight with the Great Deity, it went on like that. It was awful. They ended up reuniting. They ended up learning lessons. And everyone, except for a couple of characters, lived happily ever after. It was such a good ending. People got what they wanted and what they were fighting for. All the sacrifice, all the time finally paid off, and everyone was happy until they revealed that they had kids, and then those kids snuck their way into the end credits, and I think they might be making a brand new series based on the kid, which I find very fucking stupid, because why would you do that? Their stories come to a close already. I don't care about this kid. What's his name? Like Bartholomew or something? He's something weird like that, and it makes no sense. I don't know. So anyway, that's all of 7 Deadly Sins that I have to talk about. I recommend watching it, and I recommend also following me on YouTube. Subscribing, I'm on YouTube. Wrong platform. Sub to me on YouTube, guys. Like this video, comment, share. I am going away. Goodbye.